The Durian Heat, bringing big ideas and critical opinions in Southeast Asia.
Welcome back to Durian ASEAN, the voice of discovery and sharing. We are still at the Durian Heat with these three wonderful speakers, Nini, Jackie, and Katka. So I will shift this question to Jackie to talk about 2016 Global Entrepreneurship Summit.
So basically, currently we are at the stage of semi-final. And the final will be competing in the Global Entrepreneurship Summit, where this particular competition is more than 150 countries worldwide to actually join the particular summit. And it's really amazing, where this summit will be actually held on June 22nd to 24th in various locations in Stanford University in Silicon Valley. And of course, each of the world's 6 regions will be represented by like 100 entrepreneurs and will be joined by 100 more from the United States. And of course, the State Department announced that it already had received more than 4,500 applications from more than 150 countries, and it's going to be officiated by President Obama in Stanford University. And we hope that with all the campaign that HiGi have done, and with the support from myHarapan and from AsianLaunchpad, we can actually move and bring the entire ASEAN from this level to the global level.
That sounds very huge to me, the whole project, and also sounds very ambitious. But at the same time, do you have any concerns? Before going to that area, you're going to meet a lot of people from different parts of the world. So perhaps your concern or expectation from this?
Yeah, actually concern. The competitions, the semi-final round has already reached almost the end of the period. It's actually from 1st of April to 1st of May. And what we have done, and there's a lot of challenges along the way, like how actually we bring out the ideas, how actually bring out this particular project and convince people. And we actually talked to the CEO of Cradle Fund, Sentilan Bahat, Intit Nazrin, and he's very supportive of our project. Actually, we run the project already for about 6 months or 7 months. So we already got the business model established, and now we are just testing out with the market, the product market fit analysis. So basically, the concern, the challenges is always in our mind, and of course, we actually involving more ASEAN youth so that it bring out the message of this is not just a Malaysian project, it's an ASEAN project, and we want to present it to the front of the President of Burma.
Right. So all the best to you, Jackie.
Thank you very much.
But let's talk about the possibilities, the potentials that we can have at this ASEAN level. Perhaps, Katka, would you like to share when it comes to this environment?
Yeah, so I think, as you could just hear Jackie being really excited about what is possible, I think I think this is just perfect example of showing, that when you give young people tools, then they can really take it far. And I have to say, I lived for many years in Silicon Valley, worked with startups. And so seeing HiGi going on that level, I think is very exciting. And I think through Accelerator and other programs like as ours, we also involve a lot of global mentors and speakers. And so it's really great to see the support, not just on Malaysian level and ASEAN level, but also global level. I think it's really important to focus on the businesses, on the approach that, it's like we can start something and of course focusing on the issues, but it's really kind of building things that people want and are really tackling the right issues in ASEAN in general. And I think, it's really great to see the startups moving towards to that. And I really hope there'll be even more of that. So I really hope they can get.
So Katka, you mentioned about tackling the right issues in ASEAN. So perhaps in your opinion, how well the young people, they're aware of these issues?
So I think, as it goes with, I will not say just with young people, but in general with the public. What we do is when we involve our startups, I think a lot of focus is also on research, so actually HiGi started with idea to do something completely different, but through the research and outreach, we help them to kind of see the path of, possibilities that are really scalable in ASEAN. And so I think that's a perfect example kind of to, we have this model basically in Asia for Asia to really see like what are the problems and what are also the opportunities, because I think it creates a lot of opportunities for young people to see things in a little bit different way. And I think that it's really well done, like, through the programs on entrepreneurship. And I think we will see more of that in the future.
Right. It sounds very great. myHarapan, what does this company offer to the people who really want to do their own startups?
We allow anybody to just walk into the office to see how, for example, at ideation stage, and they're clueless. They may be passionate about a problem that is happening within the environment, or in their own neighborhood. So what we would do is invite them to come and ideate with us, or we'll probably invite other people to also join in the process of ideation. And then the day is for them to execute. So they go through the process where it's somewhat like an incubator/accelerator program. And then we get them to do market validation as to what, your ideas may be something you feel that it's super awesome, but how can we make sure that there's a market for it? Because at the end of the day, when you talk about sustainability, people have to like it, people have to pay for it. And pay for it is something that it's also something less of, it's more unusual, particularly for businesses. So, why would you pay for something that's, your right, so to speak, right? Your right to shelter, your right to whatever, to shoes, for example. So the idea is also for them to get through that process first. So we'll actually guide you from ground zero right to you become successful, and hopefully when you are successful, you remember us.
Of course, that will.
Yeah, of course.
I don't
yeah,
know.
I will, man.
It's okay, man. But the idea is also to provide networks. Like, again, it's not something that myHarapan can do it alone. There's obviously there's Magic, there's Startup Malaysia, there's Startup Global, on a global scale. So how do we make sure that these ideas or these projects and thereafter their businesses can also come up to light on a more global scale, so that they may be able to scale and may be able to impact a lot more people. So at the end of the day, it's really about the beneficiaries. Without scale, you can make it small, because sometimes solutions are only applicable to a certain within context.
Right. Okay.
So you can't necessarily. It requires a lot of tailoring. It's custom tailoring. It's not one shoe fits all. So that's where the entrepreneur has to become the entrepreneur, not the businessman. And to think about innovations and innovating constantly for each community, for the environment. And ASEAN, like you said, there are maybe some cultural differences. There are also cultural similarities. We all love rice, So
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. So how we have to be able to help these young people to get together, to look at who are the team members they can work with, because again, it's also about team. And at the end of the day, we also give you money. So it's either small grant of 500 to 15,000 ringgit. We have supported over 140 projects so far, and HiGi is one of them. And we'll hope we have already also supported in terms of equity. Hopefully, one has confirmed. We're looking at 3 others. So there's a lot more that we're looking forward to, and we want to appeal to the young people to think about creating jobs, not become a job seeker.
Right.
Yeah.
So how do people find myHarapan? And also perhaps you can, Jackie, you can also talk about your company. How can people approach you to know more about your company? As well as to Katka, how when it comes to the ecosystem and also to enter all those programs that you are providing, how do we find? So let's start with Jackie.
So basically, for HiGi Energy, we are very active on Facebook. So basically, if you will be on Facebook, you can just write down HiGi, HiGi, and you'll probably find that one. So basically, that is for Facebook, and website is www.higi.biz. So that will be the website, and we are very active on these 2, Twitter a bit, but we are now growing as well. So basically that's all.
So Facebook, website, and Twitter.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, how about you, Nini?
We're a young We're an organization for the young, so we've got to be young. So we're on all social media channels, so you can find us on myHarapan. If you're more adventurous and you know that you're a Jedi or a Padawan, you can look up us at myHarapan Jedi. Website is myharapan.org, and you can email me as well, Nini at myharapan.org. For any of your inquiries.
So any inquiries are welcome, and also to visiting your office is also welcome.
Yes, we welcome that, especially if you bring pizza, cake, cupcakes. Yeah, definitely open arms.
So I hope people don't go there for food.
We have biscuits. Actually, some of our staff members cook an excellent meal. So if you let us know beforehand, we'll probably cook yours.
Where is it located?
It's located very near here. It's Tropicana City Mall. So it's right next to the movies. That's why. That's the reason why we decided to locate there.
Yeah.
Very cool place to look for. And how about Katka? How do we find you to regards of all the programs?
So we are definitely also on social media and on the website. So it's startupmalaysian.org as well as AsianLaunchpad. We also have co-working space at Startup Malaysia in Bangsar. It's like right on Bangsar LRT. It's called The Loop. And we organize many different events with entrepreneurs as well as with our startups. So anybody's welcome anytime for further discussions about their amazing ideas and their development that they would like to take as a place. And we advertise through social media a lot of the events that we organize on a bigger level as hackathons and boot camps and meetups as well.
All right. So thank you so much to all three of you, Nini, Jackie, and Katka, and all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for tuning into Durian ASEAN. For more interviews by Durian ASEAN, please tune into our website at durianasian.com. If you're on the go, you can always download our TuneIn app on your mobile. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels at Durian ASEAN and Durian ASEAN TV. Don't forget to follow us on our Facebook page, Twitter, and Instagram. We always welcome feedbacks from our listeners. Stay tuned with the Durian Heat from Tuesday to Thursday, the same time at 1 to 2 p.m. GMT plus 8.
You're now listening to Durian ASEAN, the voice of discovery and sharing.